Etsy is a great platform for people that are building things and sell them, but there's also a dark side.
It kind of scared us.
Welcome to Local Stature, where Blair and Shannon bring creativity to life with custom laser engraving projects. From unique home decor to personalized gifts, we showcase the art of turning your ideas into stunning, one-of-a-kind creations. If you love seeing creativity and laser technology in action, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our journey.
Yeah, like the last airport signs were probably just the engraving and the cut of the backboard was like 19 minutes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, because it's big.
It's big and it's got to travel.
Yeah, well, I made it where I was doing everything together, but like cut time on everything else was 3 minutes tops.
Yeah.
We've never really been a fan of Etsy. We may want to push those on Etsy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it wasn't necessarily that we weren't a fan of Etsy. We just didn't know how to tap into it.
Right.
And we were also nervous because we've definitely seen where people will be going. Yeah, and then they just pull
the
them.
plug.
We have a product up on Etsy. I can't remember what it is, but we literally put it like the first year and it's still sitting there.
Okay.
But it's something that was also popular, so there's a lot on there.
Right.
Other ones on there that are obviously going to show up more if they have sales and pushed it and paid ads and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was, is we just kind of weren't like really sure and then that. But yeah, we should definitely do the airport signs on there.
Okay. Yeah, I like to get that exposure.
Yeah.
I think that'd be another avenue. Also push, figure out the better SEO on Shopify.
Yeah.
And then push Etsy and then actually throw marketing money at it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think you just you don't have to, but it's certainly going to speed up the process if you do.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when we started our business, who we bought the business from, they had a whole full-on Etsy page.
I would say 70 to 90% of their business was Etsy. And we all buy from Etsy as consumers. We had never used Etsy as, a business. And so the more I started reading and researching it, Etsy is a great platform for people that are building things and sell them, but there's also a dark side.
It kind of scared us. It seemed a little harder to tap into than we thought. And then we had seen several people say they had been running their business for however many years and it's their only stream of income. And all of a sudden Etsy said, you need to verify this, and they shut their shop down.
Well, I mean, to somebody to come in and just shut your whole business down, your main business, I mean, that's terrifying. I mean, if it's your sole income and you've done nothing but use it successfully, and then they come in and say, hey, we're shutting down until you give us some information, that should be great. This should be like, that's really not the way to do it. I mean, really, you should say, hey, here's a forewarning. We need this information or we're going to shut you down in, 3 to 6 months or whatever, give you a timeline, but then also give you a person to contact. I've heard that's the problem with Etsy is just when you go to reach them, it's all digital. It's all through email. It's all through their website. You don't physically speak to a person.
So literally, like, they could stop you November 1st before Christmas season and you miss your entire Christmas season. Now, I know this is probably a rare occurrence, but the fact that we had seen it several times kind of terrified us. So we'd said we were not going to rely solely on Etsy ever, that we wanted that to just be its own thing and still try to push stuff on our own. But with the airport signs, I feel like it would be a good thing to use Etsy. I mean, because it does get you in front of a lot of people and you can pay to advertise to kind of push it a little bit more. So I think we're going to look into that just for like the airport signs and maybe add some other stuff later. But yeah, it was nerve wracking, but I think we're finally to the point where we feel like we can use it a little bit. The people we bought the business from evidently set up an Amazon thing. And when I go to do it now, it's connected to them and it won't let me change anything without her. And I've tried to, it's just, without her approval, because I think it's connected to her phone or her secondary email or something. I don't know. But we have a backup email because I had to do that for a couple of different things. So I need to put that on my list of things to do. I'm pretty sure if you set up a business Amazon account, you can get a discount on stuff. Yeah. And then also it'd be easier to keep up with everything we order. Because I have a list in my own personal one that's just for like stuff we've ordered and stuff that we should order. But it would be nice if it was just all in one.
We've done pretty good. We went the other route and used Shopify, but now that I feel we've got a little bit, experience and a little bit knowledge, we do a lot of word of mouth. And so I'm thinking Etsy is now just an extra tool. It's not the main tool. So it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and to dive into that. If it comes, really big, that's great. But we're still going to work on our bread and butter. Like I said, word of mouth is 10 times better than anything, but we want to broaden, our client base. We're really good about building things, selling it to one person. And as soon as they get it in their hands, they're like, holy cow, look at this. 3 to 5 people immediately around them go, I want one too. And then that's how we get extra orders. And then it's just kind of, does that cascading effect. And that's worked really well for us, but we need to kind of reach out a little bit further. So we'll probably add Etsy to our repertoire.
I started trying to create an Etsy listing for the airport sign because we talked about doing that. And it took me a minute to find the photos. And for some reason, we didn't save them easily. But what I thought was funny is like when you're creating the listing, it asks you like, tell us about your product. And it's like, did you make it from scratch? Did you purchase something and just change it? Did you have somebody else make it? Or is it like a curated basket or collection of things like this, and this? And I was like, well, the airport signs are kind of a combo because it's like, okay, we do purchase the frame, but then the rest of it is made from scratch because it's made from plywood and we paint it.
Yeah.
But we're not making the paint, but it was kind of funny. And maybe if I had paid attention a little bit more, but I was like, oh my gosh. So I chose one that I felt like was the best, but I was like, that's interesting they do that. And I like that they do that. But at the same time, like this particular item is a little bit of both.
Yeah, but that's reading it literally.
Yeah. Why would you not read it literally?
But I'm just saying, but no, we're not gonna make. I'm not out in the woods, gathering herbs to make paint colors.
But it was say like, because it was saying you created something out of wood and like you made a rocking chair, so it was like you know what I mean, like right. You created, and so I was like, well, we are taking plywood and turning it into something. Yeah, but we also have a frame that we purchased that we didn't make the frame from scratch. Right, yeah, but this is still... So that's just like, I was like, I wonder, like, if they, like, and also, like, I don't remember asking those questions for the other one listing that we created a long time ago that, so I was like, I wonder how much they care about this.
No, it's a made from scratch product. Yeah. I mean, I get it, it's got a picture frame, but we're not making the box we ship it in. Other junk.
Well, that's I'm asking that. You're reading it too little.
I'm listening to it very little. No, I think it's made from scratch because we're having to cut, paint, assemble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But see, I think that was also like if you were painting it, that was a selection. That's what I mean. It was a combo. But I think I picked what would fit ours. Okay. But I thought that was interesting.
And then we just pay per listing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then they pay.
And there's a percentage too. I think
there's a percentage fee of sale.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about all those details. I don't
remember. I think it's like I remember it was like a 20 cent per listing, and then you had a percentage once you sold it.
Also, do you want to put some money towards pushing to advertise on there?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to see
because, like I said, we were kind of very nervous to use Etsy, and I think that was just we got scared when we just saw.
Yeah, we just happened to see some bad
juju.
Right. Well, some people who had gone through some stuff, but there's thousands, lots and lots and lots of people who are not having issues. Right. So and if it's not our only source, then
correct. Yeah, let's absolutely push it.
Okay.
And what did it give you like a price point on small, medium, large, whatever?
I haven't got that far yet, to be honest. Because
Shopify has it too, doesn't it?
Like where you can advertise?
Yeah.
Well, that's I guess to be pushing it like through Google. Okay. I keep saying I'm gonna deep dive, and I just like touch the surface on this one and touch the surface on this one, and then not get like deep into any of them. I need to like focus on one.
I'm just thankful you're doing it because I suck at it.
Well, I mean, I can't say that I'm great at it clearly, but I will. That was like one of my goals this week was to like, okay, get the Etsy listing up, dive into what needs to be done for that, then do Shopify? How can we push that out?
Mhm.
Like SEO stuff and all that. And attaching like Pinterest. I thought that might be, why not?
Yeah.
And I think like you can merge Shopify and Pinterest kind of together in a way.
I wonder if there's a way that we can add certain engraved metals to the airport pictures to make them with a different look.
What if you did your plaque in metal?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of have, because every person I show the picture to, like, oh my god, it's metal. It's not metal. It's painted wood. It's just the picture makes it look like it. But if we had a metal element to it,
that would be awesome.
that will kind of maybe open up our designs. So the fiber laser, that we just got from Owen Tech, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's gonna open up so many doors for sure. I'm pumped.
Anything else we want to just making projects, schedule to get projects, stuff on Etsy, stuff on Shopify, SEO on Google, YouTube channel. There's lots of stuff in this business.
There's so much in this business. This is our problem. There's so much in it.
And now we're going to do end of year, and now we need to get with an accountant to start doing the books on that end. So don't forget about that too.
Yeah, I have that. I have a person. Yes.
Okay.